So today we'll be talking about regression and correlation analysis, so that from then we'll move on to any other topics that you think we will need to check. So let me share my screen and see my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Can
sir.
we see my screen, please? Let's talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I just put the linear regression analysis. Under linear regression analysis, if you check the past, I think I have, if you check some of your past questions, you always see this particular model there, this equation, or you call it a model. You always see it there. What is A? What is B equals to? We have to define them. So once you can define the two, this is what we call regression analysis. It's a linear form. Linear means it's not raised to power anything, right? So, and it's not linear. It's not giving us unnecessary headache. We have different way of writing this formula. So that's one thing I want you to know. Different way of writing the formula. It depends on the one that is convenient for you, that you can. Nobody will write in your exam. They won't ask you to write but the formula. But remember, since you are not doing paper one, but you must master the formula. Once you master the formula by yourself, it will be easier for you to write. So in some other textbooks, some put the same formula this way: y equals to ax plus b. We are talking about slope. So anyone that carry x is either they put ax plus b or they put this one. But in this course, we will lay emphasis on this one. This is what we'll be using. This is what we'll be using in this course of this. Let's check our textbook. It's there in our book. If you check your textbook, you will see some of those things we are talking about. We'll still go back. So let me just quickly show us. I'm not saying you should open the book now. You have nothing to do with the book, but let me just show us in the course of this. Look at it now. So look at this method they use here. In the main content, they said they will use R. We'll come to this level later, but that's not the way we're going. Although the formula is a bit scattered, but don't be discouraged with that. I think you have this one too. Don't be discouraged with the way they put this, the formulas, but it's still the same thing we are going to talk about. Look at this one. They said R is equals to summation of xy minus summation of x summation y over square root of summation of x squared minus summation of x all squared. Then multiply by summation of y squared minus summation of y all squared. So they use this formula also to solve different problems. We are going to look at it one after the other. And the same formula is the same way they use here. How do we interpret our answer? At what point do we say it is a perfect negative? At what point are we saying it is a perfect positive? At what point do we say it is a strong negative and strong positive? So we'll look into it one after the other, and we'll be able to draw a lot of conclusions today. So when you see any question of that nature in your both exam or exam, then they can also, there is a short way of setting this kind of question. I will also show us the way you can see. They might show you, you might be asking the same question, but if you are not sure or if you are not part of it, you might not know what they are asking you to do. So let's move on, please. So if I want to write A, How do I write A? The formula for A is pretty simple. Summation. Let's write it down. Just write. Let me first of all write B. So because in my own case now, I'm using, like I told you, we're going to use Y equals to A plus BX. I want to define A, I want to define B. If I divide by B here in this way, summation of X multiplied by summation of Y minus N summation X, Y divided by summation of X squared, summation of X all squared minus N summation X squared. Please mute yourself if you are not talking, please. So now let's look at the A. So if I have A to be in this form, summation X, like I told you, there are many ways of writing this. Then summation XY minus summation Y then summation X squared divided by summation of X all squared minus N summation S squared. So the difference between them, the denominator, the one in bottom, they are the same, but between A and B, but the one on top is the difference. So let's take note of that. Then we can proceed by writing, let's now look at this example. I'll give a simple example, then we'll go to the one you did or the one we have in our notes. We'll try it, all of us. We have X, let's say we have Y. I have -1 here. I have 1, I have 2. I have 2, I have 3. I have 4, I have 3. I have 6. I have 5. I have 7. I have 8. So, and we want to formulate this. We want to use this one to find A and B. What do I need? Number one thing I need from the formula A and B, you discover that you need N. You will need N. N is the number of observations we are working with. You need N, you need summation X, you need summation Y, you need summation Y squared, you need summation S squared, you need summation XY. What else do we need? I think it's okay. So let's now form the table. Let's form the table one after the other. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Sir. So we have -1, we have 2, we have 3, we have another 3, we have another 5, and 8. So probably I should underline it this way so that we can see the way the trend is moving. Okay, let's move on. The first thing we need x squared. Let's start from s squared. We are solving it, s squared. So everybody square your s. We need y squared. That is s multiplied by x. X multiplied by x. Then we need y squared. Then we also need xy. So let's go. So for x squared, anybody there? Number 1. One person should call the value for us. X squared.
1.
Yes. Number 1 is what?
-1.
It can be -1 because s you are multiplying minus multiplied by minus.
+1, sir.
Is what?
It's +1, sir.
+1.
+1.
Number 2.
Yes, sir.
Number 3.
1. Number 2, 1.
Number 3.
4.
4.
Number 5. Number 4.
16.
Number next.
36.
36.
Next.
49.
49.
So, okay, let's do the y squared too.
49. 107.
Okay, 107. Thank you, sir.
1, sir.
107 is this. Let's do the y squared.
1.
1, yes.
1.
4.
4.
That is
9.
2 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3. That's what we are doing. Yes.
9. 9.
Yes.
29. 25. 64.
So when you
64.
sum it, what do you have?
It's 64. 1112.
112.
1112.
Okay, let's do
112.
112. Thank you. So let's multiply this. -1 multiplied by -1. What do we have? +1. 1 multiplied by 2. 2. 2 multiplied by 3.
1.
2 multiplied by 3. 6.
6.
4 multiplied by 3.
12.
5 multiplied by 6.
30.
7 multiplied by 8.
56.
So when you sum it together, what do you have?
$107.
107. Thank you. Then when you add y and x, what do you have? Let's add them. This is our total.
What should we have?
Add x, add y.
Okay. 1 plus 2 plus.
Make sure you are doing it, all of you. Make sure you are participating. Use your phone. There is calculator there.
My y is 20
Y is 20, correct.
and
X
x is
X
19.
is 19.
X is 19.
Correct. You can see now that you participate, now that we are all there. So let's write it out. Summation X is equals to 90. Summation Y is equals to 20. Summation S squared is equals to 107. Summation 1 Y squared is equals to 112. And summation XY is equals to 107. Please, these are the things we'll be working with. The rest, we don't need the table anymore. Now, let me quickly say this. In your exam, the examiner can just give you what I circled. And they will ask you, they can just give you this. The examiner can just give you this. As a matter of fact, they might not ask you to use your table, but you must know how to calculate the table. They can give you a simple table like this. They can give you a simple table like this. Right? And ask you to calculate all these things. Ask you to calculate. Please mute yourself. Except when I'm asking questions. That is when it's better. Mute yourself. Thank you. So that when you are listening to the recording later, you also be enjoying it. So you can take note of all this. They are very important. So we can go ahead and take our first. We are asked to calculate A plus BX. So we need B or we need A, we need B. Let's say B, we want to calculate B first. Based on the formula that I gave you up. I will write it again. Summation X, summation Y, minus N summation XY, divided by summation X all squared, minus summation X squared. There are different between, this is N, there are different between summation X all squared and summation X squared. As you can see from the table, from the summary we have here, you can relate the two together. So I can proceed now by putting it one after the other. So summation X is what? 19, multiplied by summation Y, which is 20, minus summation, what is N? Our N is equal to what? How many data do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Our N is equal to 6.
Our N is equal to 6. Thank you. N is equal to 6. 6 in bracket. What is summation XY? 107 divided by summation X all squared, 19 all squared, minus 6 in bracket, summation S squared, 107. So they are just the same. It's not all the time that they're the same. Please punch your calculator and give me the B. What is the B? Anybody? Give me the top, the one up. $19 multiplied by 20.
380.
380.
Yes, sir.
Minus 6 multiplied by 107.
642.
642.
Yes,
Divided by
Sorry,
19
624,
squared.
not 642. 624.
You said
624.
624.
Yes, sir.
642. 642.
642. 6 multiplied by 107.
107, not 10.
No, it's 642.
Is 642. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 19 square is what?
361.
361.
It's 361. Yes, 361.
minus 642. So when you deduct this one, 380 minus 642, what do you have?
6262.
Minus 262.
Minus 262. Don't mix it together,
Minus
please. Don't say 642 is bigger. Let me put it in front. No. Use it the way it is.
The way it is given.
Divided by 361 minus 642.
Minus 281.
Thank you.
Minus 281.
81. You can see this one cancel down. But if you don't use this way, you just get the positive up, you get the negative at the end of the day. We're in trouble with that. So, yes, gift.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes.
sir. That one is square.
Which one is square?
Summation S. Summation, that's the 104, 107 under, that's 6 times 107 square.
No. We already, that is why you guys need to be open now. Look at it. We already have it here. Summation S square is here. That is, each of the x that you squared the other time, you had everything together is equals to 107. So you don't need to square it in the formula again.
Okay, sir.
That is where a lot of people make mistakes. So what is B now? Divide it.
B is equals to 0.923.
0.932. 0.932.
932 what? 24.
3. Oh,
4.
Yes.
Approximately 4.
Approximately. Put it like this.
4.
It is better. So let's calculate our A. The formula for A is what?
Summation x multiplied by summation xy.
Are you together now?
Yes.
So let's put it together now. So what do we have? If I want to rewrite this formula, there is a way we normally do it. But I don't need to do that for you now. Let's just continue in a simple manner like this. So we just put you that 1 over n, because this one is 1 over n. They will divide it together. They will put 1 over n here and said, or they will just put it this way. This one cancel this. They will put this one under it, minus everything here. But that's not where we are going. If they want to rewrite it, they will just do it this way. Do simple mathematics. They know how to do that. But I don't need to bug you with that. Everything we are doing is still going to cut each other. So let's put it together. What is summation x?
19.
What is summation xy?
107.
Okay. At the end of the day, minus what?
20.
In brackets.
107.
Divided by 19 squared minus 6 multiplied by 107. So do it the way we did the other time. What do we have?
$20.33.
Is what? Which one?
2033. 19 times 107.
2000
2033.
minus.
2140.
Okay. 2140 divided by 19 square.
361.
361.
361.
6 multiplied by 107.
642.
642.
Then A is equals to what? This minus this.
Minus 107. Minus 107.
Minus is there.
minus
Arosiola,
107. Yeah.
can you see the
Sam.
negative?
Yes, sir.
Aha. So this minus this is what?
Minus 281.
So this one cancel this. So divide this one by this. What do you have?
0.380. 0.381 approximately.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. If we're going for 4.
0.381.
No, it's okay this way.
Is
Approximately,
approximating to 4 decimal places.
4
Please take
decimal
note.
places.
So it's, now, are you
Sam.
getting it now?
Before decimal places.
No.
Okay, approximate to what you like,
Okay.
but make sure you are consistent.
Okay.
If you are approximating to 3 from hub, but the standard one is approximate your work to approximation to 4 decimal places is the standard, is okay. You gave room for some error. You understand? So
Okay.
that is why it's always advisable. If you are using 4, stick to the 4 to the end. Now let's go back to our model. This is our y equals to a plus bx. So we can now substitute. We know the value for a. The value for a, our y will now equals to 0.3808 plus b.
Plus.
What is b? You have the value for b.
0.
Can somebody call it? 0.9 what?
324.
93 x. Remember, it's approximation. We are approximating. So this is what they ask you to calculate. In exam, if the examiner give you this, look at this, and they ask you to predict for a particular years, I will show you in your paper, we are going to use some of those things in the textbook. All of us will do it together in our notes, and we will see what we are going to get at the end of the day. So this particular one, as you can see from here, the model is 0.38. Now, for example, you may want to interpolate. They call it interpolation, or you want to predict what will happen in the next so particular x. For example, if my x, let's say, if I said x is equals to 10, what is going to be y? S is going to be, when x is equal to is 10, what happened to my y? You can do it. You can just say y approximation 0.3808 plus 0.9324 in brackets x 10. So multiply it together. What is y? 0.3808 plus what?
1.3132.
1.31.
No.
The whole thing. No, what is 0.934324 times 10?
9.324.
Is what?
9.324.
9.324.
24. So our final answer will be 9.7048.
Okay. Our final answer will be y equals to
9.7048.
7048. So these are the things they can ask you to predict what will happen as an accountant, as a business admin, as a marketer. They can ask you to predict what will happen in your future of that particular work you are doing. Let's look at the example here in our book, and we will quickly compute it within 5 minutes. All of us will do that. Now that we have the tools to do it, let's do it together. Yes, Victoria.
Sir, if they give us like, instead of that 10, they give us 8 or any number they give us, is what we're going to multiply with, right?
Yes, any number.
Okay. Okay.
If they want you to do that, you do it. If they did not mention anything like that, you leave it that way. Okay, look at this question now. You don't need to copy the solution. Remember, this question, they only solve for the R, which is correlation. They calculate product correlation. They say product moment correlation coefficient is different from, is two-way. The first one we did is regression analysis, linear regression analysis. And they mentioned it in your book, is there. I don't know whether you've done it in class or you will still do it, I don't know. But the major thing I want you to do now is don't copy the solution here, or I want to teach you something here. Can we all see this, the example here?
Yes, sir.
The page, sir, the page.
I don't want to be saying the page. I just want you guys to look at this. I don't want.
Page 88.
So look at this question. So let's everybody solve it. Because I want to use this one to explain a particular concept. Your S is, let's just draw the line. Vertical line, straight line like this. Just draw the straight line. Do it this way, everybody. So in your notes, do it that way. So put your X, put your Y. You know the year already. You can have the year, draw the year also, so that when I'm explaining it, it will make sense to you. We have year. Let's start from year X. Your S is 5. The same year, your S start for money. They call it money and development. And your Y is annual profit. So they might give you in your exam, they might not even give you X and Y. They might not mention it, but always have it at the back of your mind. X is the first one, Y is the second one, in case you are not given. And another thing is read the question to know what the examiner is talking about. Don't just copy the solution there. Let's do it on our own. Remember, it's different from what they did. We are just using the table.
So is the arrangement necessary from ascending order or?
No, you don't need to change it or leave it the way it is. Each year, you don't need any ascending or descending. This is not rank correlation. They are not saying you should rank now. We are using the table to solve the problem. All we need is just table. After you copy the table, we'll move on. Okay, I think I've copied the table. Yes, Evelyn.
Yes, sir. Are we using the linear regression analysis?
God bless you. We are using linear regression analysis.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So are we there now? So in this case now we have year X and Y. So now that we have X, in our X we have 5, we have 31 for annual profits, we have 11, we have 40 for annual profit, we have 4, we have 30, we have 5, we have 34, then we have 3, we have 25, we have 2, we have 20. So let's look at what are the things we need. We need X squared. We need Y squared. Then we need XY. So let's do the X squared, please. Somebody should call it for us.
25.
25.
121.
121.
16.
Yes.
25.
Yes.
9.
And 4.
4.
Let's do the Y. Y squared.
31. Y squared 961.
961.
1605.
1605.
Yes, sir.
For 40 square. Oh, is it 40 square?
16,000, 1,600.
Yeah, it's 1600.
1600. You guys have to be careful. Okay, let's continue.
900.
Yes.
1156.
34.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 25 times 25.
625.
625. And
400.
so XY. Let's do XY. 5 times 31.
155.
Okay. 11 times 40.
440.
4 times 30.
120.
5 times 34.
170.
170.
Okay.
75. 75.
75.
75. And
40.
80.
40.
40.
8.
2 times 20.
40, sorry.
so let's sum them together. Summation X, summation Y, summation XY. The one you sum, let me know.
X is 30.
S is 30.
Y,
180.
80.
X squared,
200.
200.
Y squared,
5,372.
5,642.
Ah,
640,
5,642. 642.
Don't follow the book, oh, please. Do your own.
We're solving it, so yeah.
Okay.
1,000.
1,020. 1,020.
Please confirm the value. We have summation x equals to 30, summation y equals to 180, summation s squared equals to 200, summation y squared equals to 5642, then summation xy equals to 1,020. Good. So what is n? Don't forget that n because you will need it. How many years?
6
6.
years.
6 years. Good. So now let's count. The first year is what?
1994.
1990.
93. 93, sir.
Okay, is reducing.
Second year is 1993, yes.
Okay.
1992. 1991.
Hello, sir.
1990.
Yes.
The last one is 1,000.
It's 1,000. There's a mistake there.
There's a mistake there, sir.
Summation XY.
Which one is 1,000? It is you that call it for me. Oh.
Summation XY. XY.
Yes, gifts.
It's 1,000, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Why?
That is why I say everybody should punch your calculator. It's good. At least you are all doing it. Okay, let's continue. Now, we need to calculate our y equals to a plus bx. Yes, Kelechi? Yes, you are muted. Yes, go ahead, Kelechi.
The years are 94, 95, 92.
94?
Yes, 1994, 1995, 1992. Nothing like 93.
Where are you getting that from?
Kelechi is We are actually not- we are correct. not If you working follow, on the if you follow the years. course We are not working material, on the it's scattered. So just leave the years.
Okay, no problem.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, is the year ascending because it's matter for what we are doing now? If you check your
Sorry,
course
sir.
material,
It's descended and then went.
okay,
It
let's do
ascended
it
to
this way.
94, 95.
The year
94,
ascended
95, and then went back to
started
92.
descending.
Don't worry, let's do it this way. 94, 95.
Yeah, this is
92.
correct now.
Like,
It's correct now, actually.
92 there now.
It's not correct, Jerry. 92 now.
2 now.
Don't
Yes,
worry.
92.
95, 96. I'm the
No,
one doing
92.
the exam.
No, sir.
I don't follow that one. 97. Don't worry. 98.
The examiner has spoken.
99. So leave it this way. Let it come that way so that it won't scatter your head. Let's just follow this one. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So that is the year we have. It's still the same 6 years, right?
Yes.
Let's continue. So you don't need to argue anything. So what is A? Formula for A, we can use the same formula we use up to solve the problem. Now, then what is B? Let me write A now, summation X, summation XY,
Summation X
minus summation y into summation y, summation s squared divided by
summation X
summation s all squared minus n summation s squared. So let's substitute this one. We know summation s to be 30. Summation xy is what? 1000 minus
minus 6.
summation y is what? 180 in bracket summation s squared 200 divided by, please punch your calculator now. Don't wait for me. Summation s all squared is 30 all squared minus summation y, n, my n is 6, and summation x squared is 200. So what do we have?
Okay, summation Y
30,000.
30,000 minus 180 times 200.
36,000.
36
30,000
divided by
All over 900.
900 minus
Minus 1,002.
1,000.
So what do we have?
Minus 600. 6,000, I mean.
Minus
Divided
All over
by
minus 300.
6,000.
Minus 300.
so negative cancel negative. 20 go with this. So you have 60
20.
divided by 3.
20.
A
Is it
equals to,
A is equal to
30,000 or
20.
2,000?
you said A is equals to what?
20.
By 3 equals to
20.
Okay. So let's calculate the B. Summation X,
B equals to 20.
summation Y minus
Summation X
N summation XY divided by summation S all squared
summation X
minus N summation X all squared. So let's substitute it. Summation S is what? 180, right?
summation X
Summation Y is what?
Summation X is 30.
30, thank you.
summation X is 30.
Right. 200.
30 multiplied by what?
180.
30
Minus 6. What is summation XY?
Minus 6.
1,000.
1,000.
1000 divided by summation X all squared.
200.
Summation X all squared.
Yes.
That is 900.
Okay. Oh,
200.
yeah.
It's 200, sir.
Summation X all
It's summation
squared.
X, not summation Y.
200.
Summation X square.
Summation X
not
all
Y.
squared. Don't forget, summation X all squared is different from summation S squared.
Yeah.
Yes.
400 now.
It's
Madam?
900.
Okay, just call the
It's
value for me.
900. It's 30 square.
30 multiplied by 180 is what?
30 180. 5,000.
5,400.
Minus 6,000.
5,400 minus 6,000.
Minus 6,000 divided by
900
minus.
minus 1,002.
So what is the final answer there?
We have minus 600 divided by minus 300.
minus 300.
So our B is equals to what?
20.
B, no.
Is it 20?
No,
Sorry,
B is
2.
equal to 3.
2.
Okay, B is equal to 2 rather.
2.
B equals to 2.
Is
Now,
2.
Y is equals to A plus BX. Would that be Y equals to what is A? Check your note. A is what?
A is 20. 20.
20 plus 2.
A is 20 plus B is
Plus
what?
2
2.
plus 2. 2.
2x. So this is what you have. Now they can now say, I'll go back. They can say, predict what will happen. Remember the table we are using now. In my own table, I'm not talking about your own now. In my own table now, if you love yourself, number the year by my own year. So now the examiner can now say, okay, predict what will happen. What will be the profit in the year 2000? Or predict what will happen in the year 2005. Are you getting the point now?
Okay.
So what they are simply telling you is this. Let me explain. Let me pick another marker here so that I can use it to explain. What they are saying here is, now you remember that we stop here. Right? Year 2000 we follow, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. They are not saying you should write it. You can write it to know 2005. They said we are in 1999 now. What will not happen when we get to this place?
2004. Okay. Application.
What will be your S? That is what they are saying.
So we'll calculate for 6 years. Right?
S is what?
Please, can you scroll up a little? X will be 12.
Our S will be 12.
How?
I thought we had to calculate for the new added years, which is 6 years.
You have to predict
2000. Yes, predict for the next 6 years.
in the next 6 years. You already know the first 6 years. Are you getting it now?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you will now count the number of years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Anywhere you see X, you substitute that 6 year. So you are telling me that in the next 6 years, you can authoritatively tell your company that, okay, this is what will happen. Because you already have a model. You can now say Y equals to 20 plus 2 in bracket 6. So what you get here will be your Y. Remember, what is Y represented from your note? Please check it. What does it represent? Is it not annual profits?
Yes, annual profits.
Annual profits.
It is annual profit. What is the value that is the highest value in annual profit is what?
40.
40.
No.
40. They made that 40 million or 40 billion in, let's say, 1995. So we can now also try to project that at what point, which year are we going to make 100 billion? Are you getting it now?
Okay.
Now, this is a prediction for X. We are predicting X, right? For year 2005. Now, let's now say that in our company, we have Y to be 40 billion. 40 billion was the highest, right? Okay, 100 billion, where are we going to make 100 billion? It is possible. All you need to do is just come to your model, substitute 100 billion here equals to 20, right? Plus 2x. We are looking for the year. So all I need to do is just to do it this way. 100 minus 20 equals to 2x, which is equals to what? 80 equals to 2x. Divide both sides by 2.
40.
This one cancel this. Our s is equal to what?
40.
That means in the next 40 years, that is where we are going to make
Right.
100 billion. Can you see the way it works now?
Yes, sir.
That is how you use your linear regression model. So the same work, we are using it the way we have it in our normal class. So let's go. We can now look at the correlation aspect of it, R. So that is when, for correlation, I'm using the same model, correct? I'm using the same summary. But during the correlation, when do we have, our correlation is between -1, less or equals to R, less or equals to +1. When R is equals to -1, or let's start with +1, we have perfect positive correlation. When your R is less than 1, less than +1. Who is the driver among us now? Just mute yourself. Yes, we know you're on the road. Mute yourself, we know. When your R is less than 1, probably 0.8. 0.8, 0.9. From 0.9 downward, we can say we have strong positive correlation. But anytime it's less than 0.5, from 0.3, 0.4, 0.4, 0.3 to 0.1, then we have weak or moderate. Some people call it moderate. Positive correlation. So opposite is when you have R equals to 0. You see this place is less than 0 from, let's say, less or equals to 0.3. R less or equals to 0.3. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.001, all those ones, they are weak. But anytime you have 0, when your R equals to 0, you have no correlation. Then when you now have R equals to -0.3, you have weak or moderate negative correlation. Then when your R is -0.8, then you have strong 0.9, -0.8, -0.9, 0.0 till you have strong. You have strong negative correlation. But anytime your R is equal to -1, that's why you have perfect negative correlation. You have to put that value there. So by the time we are calculating now, you will see if I ask you which category is your R fall into. So let's look at the R we did now. You can call the summary for me. The first one we did, call the first one that we did the other time. You still remember it's in your notes. Summation S is equals to what? The first example. Do you have it?
19.
19. Thank you. Summation Y.
20.
Summation Y squared.
112.
12.
Summation X squared.
107.
Summation XY.
107.
7.
Okay. And we remember, do you remember the formula you have from the class? Can you give me?
We have not actually gotten to this.
R is equals to.
You don't pass them, oh.
I passed here.
Really?
Yes, in the last class.
But a drama.
No be small thing, no.
So don't even mention it then.
Even me, I tried to ask question. She said, "Man, no talk again."
Oh, good. Can we have it, please? Anybody helping us?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, the formula for the R.
Yes.
For the correlation. So
yes.
R is equal to N.
Okay.
Bracket summation of SY.
Minus
6S. Minus sorry, sir. Summation SY. Summation S.
Calm down.
Summation S.
Yes.
Then summation Y.
Summation Y.
All over.
All over square root of.
Go ahead.
N summation S square. Minus
summation S.
Summation S square.
Bracket. N.
Summation S square.
Y is. Yeah.
Minus summation Y raised power 2.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the one you have in your book.
It's the same thing we all have in the book.
For the purpose of some of us.
It's not the same thing here. Oh. There's no N here.
Yeah, it's just the end that is mixing. So I guess it's typographical error.
Don't worry. Don't assume that. Oh. You can see this one. You see, they use the same N, but they did not put it in the formula.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen it now?
Yes.
6 is here. How many data are they working on with?
They're working
1,
on 12.
2, 3, 4,
6.
5, 6. This is 6,
One.
right? Look at it. Summation X, Y, they put N here, meaning you need N. Are you getting it? Please take note.
Yes.
When you are writing it, N summation XY minus summation X summation Y divided by the square root of big bracket here, and that's why I asked us to come here. S
So I'm
squared
not seeing
minus.
your arrow.
Which arrow you do not see? It's the
I
same
don't see
thing.
what you're pointing.
Don't worry,
Put
you
it
don't need to
yourself,
see.
put it yourself.
Don't worry, you don't need to see. It's the same thing you have. I'm just trying to make clarification for some people. So, have you seen it now? So we are using, so when you get home, or now that you're at home, you can use the same thing to solve this problem. You see, all of them, n is missing, but they are using n. That is why you have to be careful. Some of you that are doing copy and paste, you're on your own. No? Don't do copy and paste too. so that you will not do copy and go to the other side. Though. Please.
Please, sir, can I see the formula again?
Don't worry, I will show you. The formula
Thank
is
you.
here. Is here in
I want the
your...
one connect the wire. I'm talking about to hook this fan, make it stay.
I thought we use this today. If you want on them, go on.
Okay,
Hey,
go on because for other class.
Go on.
family man, please mute yourself. Okay, Madam Formula, here is the formula. Can you see the formula now?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Somebody
sir.
is asking, which formula is this? Correlation. Yes, write it down. Correlation. So let's substitute. What is our n from the first example? N is equals to 6. So let's substitute it now.
6, sir.
Yes. Our R equals to 6. What is summation XY?
107.
107. Minus summation S, 19 multiplied by 20, divided by big square root. You have to be careful at this point. You have 6 multiplied by, what is summation S squared? $107. 107 minus summation X, 19 all squared. Close the bracket, open the big bracket, 6 in bracket, summation Y squared. 112 minus summation Y, 20 all squared. So what do we have here?
642.
The first one is 6 multiplied by 107.
642.
642 minus 19
Minus
times
380.
20.
380.
Divided by
642 again.
642
Again.
minus 19 squared.
361.
361.
361.
Then 6 multiplied by 112.
672.
Minus 20 squared.
400.
400.
So when you take this one minus this, what do you have?
262.
Divided by
281. Close the brackets.
281 multiplied by.
Yes, sir. Hi.
272.
Oh.
262 divided by this multiplied by this, square root of them. 281 multiplied by 272.
76,432.
So now find the square root of this. Don't forget, we are still looking for R. The square root of this is what?
So 76.4633.
276.4633.
Approximately to give us 34.
Okay. So now let's divide it. What is R?
Is 2 divided by 276.4634 equals to
0.9476. Approximately 0.9477.
Now, who can I interpret this one for me? What category of R does it belong to? Look at the definition. You have 0.9477. Look at it. Let's go there.
Strong positive correlation.
Strong positive correlation.
That's just it. That's how you interpret. You can see by yourself. Strong positive correlation. That's just it. And that's how you interpret it. Now, everybody use the same method. We have the same formula. Let's use it to calculate the second one that we did now, the one of years. Let me just help you write it out. Number 2, we are doing correlation now. We are doing 2 topics at the same time. So, and that's how they do summation S squared. They give you, yes, then give me summation S is equals to what, please, somebody?
30.
30, okay. Summation Y is what?
180.
180.
180.
Summation X squared is what?
200. 200.
Summation Y squared.
5642.
Then summation SY.
1,000.
Then N.
6.
So you know your formula R equals to N summation XY minus summation X summation Y divided by square root of, you don't need to be afraid, N summation S squared minus summation S all squared. Just write the formula. By the time you write it 3-4 times, you will know how to write it. You know that down is Y and X, up is X and Y. That's all. So substitute it. Everybody do that. Let's see what you have. Remain 2 minutes to go. Let's solve it.
Hello, sir.
So I don't know if I'm correct. 0.9091. That's what I got to.
Just put your hand. Okay, I can see 0.9090. Strong positive. Somebody just, hey, Professor, how are you? Okay. Let's wait for others.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I'm fine.
When a doctor is teaching a professor, you can see there is a problem. I hope the professor will not sue the doctor now very soon. So, okay, the next, do we have, if you have any question, please let me know. Okay, you guys are getting the same thing. Rachel Kasib also said 0.9 approximately 91. Okay. Who else again?
0.9128.
91. It depends the way you approximate. You have to be careful. Like I told you, make sure you approximate to 4 decimal places. It will help you. Okay. Any question? I believe we are getting it now. There's no question you should not be able to solve when it comes to this. Any question, please? Yes, you have strong positive correlation. Thank you. Strong positive correlation. So the same thing you use now, that's the same thing you use to estimate, to do any value, anything you are given. The same correlation, that is what we normally use in everything we do, and it's always be the best one just to solve the problem. Then the last one, Spearman rank. We look at the Spearman rank correlation. Is also part of the correlation we normally use in ranking. Once you can rank in the correlation way, then you decide, are you ranking towards positive or negative? Which one are you ranking towards? Then you find your difference between them. Once you have your y, x, y, for x and y, we can have values. We can have a table on that. So once you have x and your y, then you take the rank from there. You can rank it, depends on you, the way you want it. So from the rank you have, use the same model, the formula you have in your notes for those of us that have it. If you don't have it, I'll write it again now. Then we can use it to do the ranking method. So then you substitute into your D, and your D squared, you look for it, and that settles the matter. So should we continue? Who is getting 0.1? Yeah. How do you do it, please?
I'm the one getting 0.1882.
How?
Because I use the figure we had on that second calculation, not the figure on the material.
No, we are not using material. It's the one we did together. I can have 2 or 3 people now. 3 people have the same thing. Please check your own. Are they using the one material? Professor, do you use the material?
They got the same answer on the material.
No, it is one.
We use the one
from the material
that we did. It's not from the material.
Not that we use.
From the one we did.
Are we using is the one we did we are using, or the one in material, please?
Oh,
the one we did. The second example, the one we did.
So look at it, please. Look at the way we did it. I hope you use the value here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is what we use.
Mr. Yaya, do you use the same value here?
It's the same value that is here that I use.
I've made a mistake somewhere.
There is a mistake somewhere.
Maybe we should calculate it together. Maybe we should calculate it together.
Check your calculation, no, I beg.
From your calculation.
No, Mr. Yaya, that is wrong.
Maybe you did not find the square root before dividing.
Okay, let's look at it. N is 6. Summation xy is what?
1,000.
Minus summation x.
30.
Summation y.
180.
Divided by
6.
You have here 6. Multiply by
200 minus
30 all squared.
What is n? N is 6.
5642.
5642.
minus.
Yeah. Are you having the same thing, please?
180.
Yes, sir. It's the same thing I have.
180.
Okay, let's see who is at vote. Okay, give me the top, please.
6,000.
6 what?
1,000. 5,400.
Minus 5,400.
Yes.
Divided by what is the total here?
1,200 minus 900.
Then here?
That is 3,852.
33,000.
852.
852, yeah. Minus 32,400.
400.
Mr. Yaya, do you have the same thing now?
Excuse sir. The denominator.
Yes.
It's supposed to be summation x square, which is 180.
Look at it.
Sorry, summation x.
You see, look at it. Summation y square is summation s squared is 200. Y square is
summation y square rather. Y square is 180.
No. Y square for this, the one we did second example, is this one. Remember the one I'm talking about?
Okay.
You see where we missed it now.
Okay. I've seen the mistake I did.
Okay.
Is that summation y square? That is where I made mistake.
Okay. The final answer is this.
Yes, sir. Correct.
So it is strong
positive
correlation. Okay. Let's quickly look at the example here before we call it a day. So let's look at the Spearman rank. Correlation. The formula is you can call it Spearman rank, S equals to, or you call it capital R. It depends. 1 minus 6 summation d squared, let me use small d, all squared, divided by n in brackets, n squared minus 1. So what are the things we have? Let's look at this example. Let's say we have x to be, you have 10, y to be, 7, 8, 4, 12, 6. Then let's say we have 15, 7. We have 10, 8. Then we have 8, 9. So once you have this one, we need a formula. We need what we call rank X, and we need rank Y. For rank X, we need to be careful in ranking. You can choose to rank from ascending or from lower to upper, or from upper to lower. It depends on you. Are you getting the point? If I choose to say, okay, let the lower value take 1, let the highest value take 2, depends. Let the lower take I, it depends the way you want it. So let's say we are ranking from lowest to the highest now. What do we have? Which one is, we are ranking X now. Which one is number 1?
8.
8.
Okay, we have, how many 8 do we have? Let me use another pen.
2.
We have 2. That means you have to be careful. You have 1
plus 2.
You have 2. So meaning
1
that
plus.
I have 2, I have to add the 2 together. 1
plus 2.
2. So 1 plus 2 is what?
3.
3 divided by 2.
Divided by 2. Because why are we dividing it by 2? Because we only have 2 people that are involved. So making 1.5 each of them. So who is helping me to draw the line now? So
3 to 4.
So it's going to be 1, 2, right? So it's going to be 1.5 and 1.5. The next count we continue from what? Continue from what?
From
3 and 4.
3
and 4. 10, 10.
3 and 4. So you can see it's 10, 10, which is 4 plus
3 plus 4
equals to 7, divided by what? 2.
By 2.
The value is 3.5 each. So 3.5, this one will carry 3.5. This one will also carry 3.5. This is number 4.
I'm lost.
You are lost.
Yes.
Okay, let's start again. Don't worry. I know what to do now. I will do the ranking to with the another marker so that you guys will get it. This is R. Okay, let's do it this way. We want to rank. I will just rank with their number. I'm ranking this. Which one is the lowest value here?
8.
This is number
8.
1. And this is number 2.
Number 2.
Are you getting it now?
And then star.
Aransiola?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
1 and 2. Then the other lady that says she's lost. Please try to find yourself here.
3 and 4.
Another one that is low, the next value is what?
10.
Which is 3.
3 and 4.
This is 4. right?
Okay.
The next value is what?
12. 5.
5. The next one is what?
15. 6.
We are ranking from the bottom to up.
Okay.
But now we want to write let's look at the Y. Which one is the lowest?
4.
1. Yes. The next one?
6.
The next one?
7.
7.
7 is 2.
7, 3, and 4.
You number it normally. The next one is
8.
5.
8.
5.
8.
5.
The
And
next
6.
one is
6. 9.
9.
Now that is their normal value. But because some elements repeated twice, they appear twice. So you have to be careful when you are writing them. So look at the one that does not appear twice. Let's start from 1. How many 8 do we have here?
2. 1.
We have 2 from X. Rank X now.
2.
How many?
2.
What is the number assigned to them?
1 plus
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Which is 3. How many of them? 2 divided by 2.
They are 2.
Okay.
1.5.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. We are there.
So this is 1.5. Look for another 8, 1.5.
1.5.
Now, the next value to rank is what? 10.
10.
What is the number assigned to them?
3.
3 and what?
3
4.
and 4.
3 plus 4.
That is
7.
That is 7.
How many 10?
2.
Divide it.
3.5.
So go to the 10.
Okay.
Assign 3.5 to them.
Okay. So this one be 4.
So the next one is what?
12.
What is the value?
4. Sorry.
5.
5.
The next one is what?
6.
What? No, the next value is what? 15.
15.
But the rank is what? 6.
6.
That's all.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, let's look at the 7. Let's look at the Y. How many 4 do we have here?
1.
1.
We start from 1.0. 1.0. The next?
6. 2.
Kindly mute yourself, please. If you know you have echo in your side, thank you. So the next value is what? 6. How many 6 do we have?
1.
That's number 2. Rank is 2. The next value is what? 4.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. 3 plus 4. 7 over 2.
3.5.
3.5. Sorry. So 3.5 to what?
3.5 again.
To 7.
7. 3, 4. The next is
The next
5.
one is what? 5.
8. 5. The next
And
is
6.
another one is 6.
So now you need to look for D. That is difference.
B R S minus RY.
That is, DI is RX minus RY. Just this minus this, that's all. This is 0. This is what?
0.5. 0.5, 3, 2.5, 1.5.
So let's find the D squared. Remember, in our formula, we need D squared. D square is 0. 0.5 square is what? What?
0.25.
0.25.
2.5 square.
6.25.
6.25. 1.5.
So 1.5, negative 1.5 times negative 1.5 is positive. 1.5 square is what?
Yeah.
2.25.
3.
2.25.
Okay. 2.2.
Then 4.5 square.
20.25.
20.25.
20.25.
20.25.
So let's add everything together. Please be careful with the point. 0.25 plus 9. You don't need to type 0 again.
29.
Is what?
29.9.
Oh.
38. 38.
Madam, please check. Oh, it's 38. Oh. Check. Oh, it's
38.
38.
Okay. The formula says RX. Can you please mute yourself, please? So we can substitute. We have 1. Don't bother yourself with that 1. Don't say 1 minus 6. So it doesn't work that way. Just a 6. We know our D square is 38. Divided by N is what? How many values do we have?
6.
So we have 6n into 6 squared minus 1.
And 6s squared.
So you have it to be 1 minus 6 times 38. Anybody?
228.
Divided by 6 into 30. 6 squared is what?
36 minus 1, 35.
So
6 times 35.
You have it to be 1 minus 2. You have it to be 1 minus 2. 6 times 35. 6 times 35.
210.
210.
Okay. One 228 divided by 210.
I get 1.0857.
0857.
0857.
0857.
So what do you have?
Minus 1.
Minus what? 1 minus 1.087. Is what?
Minus 0.587.
0.0857.
Now the question is, how do you rank this? Now we have this answer now. So can you interpret this? Yes, it's a negative. Is it a strong negative or weak negative?
Strong negative correlation.
No, it's not strong, please.
No correlation.
No correlation. There is correlation, please.
0.8.
Weak or moderate?
Weak or moderate negative.
It's a
Weak or moderate negative
weak
correlation.
Is a weak
or moderate.
Because
moderate.
0.3.
Because it's a negative.
Negative correlation.
Weak.
Because it's less than 0. Look at it, it's negative. You can only say no correlation when you have 0. When your final answer is 0, probably at the end of the day, you have 1 minus 1. That is where you said 0 correlation. But in this case, there's correlation, but it's negative and it's weak. Because it's less than 0.1. So it's weak. Any question? I believe with these 3 topics now,
If it is 0.8 negative,
that is why you said strong. Look at it. But in this case, it's 0.0.
0. Yes, that will be negative.
That is weak.
Weak.
Yes. If it is 0.08, whatever, it's still 0. It's still weak.
Weak.
Positive correlation.
Positive.
Let's take note of that. Okay.